Hello, everyone. We are really happy to be here today. What an incredible learning expedition. We are really thrilled together with our partners. So Acto Seguido, CCSP, Bulgaria, NOW.be, of course, that I'm representing, to share with you today our 15 models in 5 languages about cultural intelligence and inclusion. So I'm not alone here. We are partners, we are a consortium, and this would not have been possible without this a very fruitful cooperation and very good partners. So I give the floor to the ladies first. So Valeria, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Valeria from Center for Creative and Social Practices in Bulgaria. Just 2 words about our organization. We are a non-profit organization in Bulgaria that operates in public interest in the field of social work and different cultural projects. So we have a lot of projects with EU funds, and we're thrilled that we were involved in this amazing project. And I give the word to Patrick.
Thank you, Valeria. Okay, so my name is Patrick Rowlin. Just a bit of background. I'm actually from British parents, brought up in Belgium, and been living in Spain for the last 25 years, where I found a company called Acto Seguido. And Acto Seguido is a company that specializes in training for big companies, and but with the differential factor is that we use professional actors in each and every one of our training sessions. And that is how we got in contact with CLSP on this project, because one of the differential factors of this project is that we use and we work with professional actors. And we will explain that further.
Thank you so much, Patrick. And I'm here as a project manager for this project for NOW.be. NOW.be is based in Belgium, is the coordinator of this EU project, and is specialized in gamification and how to enable an entertaining and impactful learning experience with various tools, whether digital or artificial intelligence or like face-to-face. The idea is really, how do you transform a learning experience into something really pleasant and memorable. So today we are here because we almost finished our Miragamo project on cultural intelligence. I will tell you more about it. So what will we talk about today? We will first talk about the project, so you know more specifically what it was about, and you have a more, a better overview about this project. Then we will also define what exactly is cultural intelligence, so you get familiar with the concept. And then we will share a demo with you, so you know how to use the models and in different languages. And what is the most exciting part is the behind the scenes. Today we will share the backstage behind the scenes with a lot of, dedicated stakeholders that were involved from all our countries. And we are really happy to have some of them with us today as surprise guests, right? So let's dive in now. First of all, a little bit more about the project. So in how to summarize Miragamo in 6 key figures. First thing, it's an EU finance project, Erasmus finance project that involves 3 partners. So NOW.be as coordinator, CCSP Bulgaria, and Acto Seguido. So Eva just joined us from CCSP Bulgaria. So thank you very much for being present. So the project has a duration of 2 years. It started in October 2023 and will finish on the 1st October of 2025, so very soon now. And the idea is to create 15 models of microlearning in 5 languages, so in English, in French, in Spanish, in Bulgarian, and in Ukrainian. So, many languages with 2 target audiences. I will, explain this more specifically in the next slide. So what are the project objectives? There are 3 main objectives. The first is to learn how to adapt and thrive in a diverse world. Our world is very diverse. You're dealing with multicultural teams, different kind of stakeholders. So the idea is that these models help you to better adapt and to better, manage all these differences. Then the second objective is to foster an inclusive mindset, which is very important for the organization today. So everybody feels included and respected. And so you find, you create an inclusive environment. The last objective is to enable entertaining and impactful learning experience with microlearning. The idea is to use a tool. It's not traditional face-to-face training. It's really something that should be, impactful and enjoyable, like. So who is the target audience? So the idea was to, select mainly two target audiences with 2 different perspectives. One perspective are the foreigners or migrants who are looking for work in a different country. So they try to, understand how to adapt to different constraints, to different expectations. And they need, otherwise they don't have the right etiquette to get the job. And on the other hand, the other target audience are also HR and managers, who are hiring diverse workforce in a context with, shortages where you need to hire very diverse workforce, and cultural intelligence is supporting both, target audiences to better adjust, adapt, and to be able to avoid misunderstandings and conflicts and work hand in hand together. So what is also, we talk about Miragamo, so it sounds, very, maybe not very clear what is it about. So it's micro rapid gaming mobile. It's microlearning, basically. So why did we choose this tool? First of all, because microlearning is, enabling a more, better knowledge retention, because you focus on smaller amounts of information. Then our Miragamo also enable increased engagement, because you have very short format. So each model lasts around 7 minutes. So, and you become an active learner. You have some, it's also interactive. You have to, answer questions. So the idea is really, to increase engagement. Also, it's, it enables a very efficient use of time, because you can always squeeze in a short model when you're commuting, when you have, 10 minutes time. So it's very convenient. And it's also accessible on all devices, tablet, phone, computer. So it's, very convenient and very easy to use. So, and there, Miragamo has is divided into 5 parts to enable this more impactful learning experience. First aspect is to connect. So we start with an immersive video. So this enables to really identify with a specific work situation. Then it's about, learning some concepts, basic concepts related to this specific situation. Then when you learn the concept, the idea is not to be passive, but to be an active learner. Then you test your knowledge, and you get a little quiz where we check whether you understood what has just been presented. And but it's not enough. Then you need to apply the knowledge. So the idea is you get some challenges, 2 challenges, so you can really adapt apply the concepts in your everyday life. So then you really change behaviors. And last but not least, there is the part which is, where you can deepen your knowledge. And when you deepen your knowledge, you get also resources, and so you can learn more about the topic related to each module. And what I wanted also to share with you about the project is that more than 40 people were involved in the implementation. It's a huge team. So this would not be possible without a really, effective core team. My partners here, our consortium, who enabled this, in the steering committee and taking, the right decision, coordinating this, all the people involved, all the stakeholders. Then there has been the script writer, technical team, which is also huge because it comprises all the, shooting teams and also production team and all the people you are behind the scenes also. Of course, we have the cast with approximately 16 actors involved from the different countries, and and last also but not least, the panel of experts. There were 6 consultants and 3 institutional partners who are representing our target audience and giving some, peer review, about the quality of the models and feedback on, the content, the scripts, and, the final models. So, so this all enabled to create, 15 models in 5 languages. So it's a total of 75 models in 5 languages. And, you have 3 main parts. One part is dedicated to the fundamentals about culture, about, definitions, what is cultural intelligence, what are the different cultural dimensions, and so on. Then a second part, which is dedicated to cross-cultural dimensions and their impact at work, with a focus on, let's say, the most important ones. And then the last part is really more toolbox. So it's about cultural intelligence in practice for, our target audience. So how to manage multicultural teams, how to, handle conflicts, HR, negotiate, and so on. So, and then of course we finish with utopia. So this is, this is also to finish with an ideal world. Yeah. So, so now, I will just also, before we really focus on, the backstage, I wanted also to share a little bit more information about cultural intelligence. What is cultural intelligence and why it matters? So today, diversity is in our everyday life. We can work with, companies very easily from all around the world, and we use the same tools, Teams, WhatsApp, Netflix, so it could seem much easier to, work now across borders. But the truth is that there are still invisible boundaries here that hinder our interaction. And ironically, all the screens somehow added a layer of cultural blindness, because you don't see the nonverbal cues and you don't realize all the cultural differences. And so we all perceive the world through our, biased vision, our cultural lenses. And this is why we suffer from a myopia of perspective. So we have this assumption about what is right or wrong, and correct and not correct, and appropriate and not appropriate. So, and now we live in a world where, you need to adjust to these differences, and our world is more diverse than ever. So this is why cultural intelligence is really important. And just to show you very quickly, there is a very well-known metaphor about cultural differences, is the iceberg model. So just that you are aware that only 10% of culture is visible and 90% is invisible. So imagine all the things we miss. So this is why cultural intelligence is here. So what is it? It's a new form of intelligence, yeah? So you have IQ, you already know IQ, ability to reason and to solve problems. This unfortunately cannot really be learned. Then you have emotional quotient, which has been introduced by Daniel Goleman. And this is the ability to, regulate and manage emotions. So this is, you can learn about it, you can improve it. And there is cultural intelligence or cultural quotient, which is the ability to adapt and navigate through cultural diversity. And this also can be learned and improved. Basically, it's about how you manage diversity, how you handle, how do you navigate in diverse environments. And if I should summarize cultural intelligence in 4 characteristics, the first thing is you should become aware of your own cultural lenses. Then there is this willingness to really, understand other cultures. So I'm not just, I'm curious. I'm aware that I have my own bias. I'm curious to understand why the point of view of somebody else is different. Then, cultural intelligence is something you can always improve. So it's based on continuous improvement. You can always, become better. The more you know, the more you adjust, the more you become culturally intelligent. And last aspect is it's really a very proactive approach. So the idea is, right, it's very solution oriented. So the idea is not to say, okay, we compare 2 countries and we describe the difference. The idea is really, okay, we have these differences, so now what's the solution? The idea is really, how can we capitalize on the differences? How can we find solutions? And this is why there's this model that you can apply. So the first, that we apply in all the models. So the first dimension of the model is, how do we improve the level of motivation, interest, and persistence and confidence in multicultural interaction. So the idea is, if you have you need to motivate people. If they are not motivated, it won't work. So how do you increase motivation? Then how do you improve knowledge? So if you don't know the different cultures, you cannot adapt. So then how do you improve the level of knowledge, understanding how cultures are different and what tools could be developed? Then, knowing that, how do you adjust your behavior? Knowing then, how do you behave? Knowing these differences, how do you adjust your behavior? So it is, more adapted to the different settings. And then last aspect is last dimension of this model is, how then, knowing these differences, how do I plan strategically? You don't plan the same way when you are dealing with, one country. And if you are working in a very multicultural environment, you have to plan differently. You have to adjust. You have to find solution, because people have different time perception, different expectation in terms of leadership, and so on. So what is super interesting is that cultural intelligence is coming from national, different national cultures, but can also be applied to organizational cultures. So knowing how do you adapt to different organizational cultures, and how do you adapt to any other type of diversity, to different generation, to different, categories of diversity. So it's relevant not only for national cultures, but for all other type of diversity. So it's a model you can apply. How do you motivate? How do you improve knowledge? How do you adjust your behavior? How do you adjust your strategy? And just quickly, overview about here's an overview about, on 12 cultural dimensions that we cover in the modules, such as communication, how to handle emotion, how to manage time, how to negotiate, and so on. Yeah, I will not go into details into all the cultural dimensions, but just to show there are many of them. And we will, you will have a demo about some of our models very soon. And yes, and just as an example, for instance, cultural intelligent communication, for instance, in safe when you're dealing with face-saving cultures, it's about, for instance, understanding when yes can mean no. But we will talk about it more specifically later. But the idea is then how, when you're dealing with cultures where it's not polite to say no, how do you, better understand? How do you better handle it? How do you find solution to avoid your, partners to lose face or to be in a very problematic situation? Yeah, and then maybe we can have, before we dive into the backstage of the project, Xavier, let us show, yes, we will show you, have a little demo with a video about the art of communication. We will see, this is, there is always for each model a video, and then the content, as I said, then a quiz, then a challenge, and then, something to learn more. So we will show you a little bit of the video on the art of communication. Yes, so go ahead. Thank you, Xavier.
Kenji, hi. We are very excited about the new biodegradable materials. However, we have concerns about meeting the delivery deadline.
We have received the documents. Thank you for sharing the details.
This AI translator is amazing.
I don't understand why we didn't have the meeting in English.
Well, because I understand his English a little bit less than his Japanese.
Hold on, let me lower Kenji's volume a bit.
So, Kenji, we need the materials within a maximum of 3 months. Can you guarantee that?
We are working hard to address all the challenges.
Perfect. We need a clear commitment to the delivery deadline. Do you understand?
I understand. Yes.
Perfect. That's great. So we'll keep in touch.
Thank you very much. See you next time.
Thank you.
Well, wait, do we have yes from the Japanese? We will be able to start production in 3 months?
And so you see the videos, you have always options to select, so to find the right answer.
He needs more time to evaluate the situation before giving the okay. Let's give him more time.
How are you so sure?
Well, Asians like to analyze.
And here you see, so then, each model, so that's the video. We don't show you the whole video, it will be a little bit long. Here we'll show you another one on time management. So we saw a video, and then you have, the concepts. So here, the information, the main information to understand, the different, here it's time perception, what are the different cultures, what does punctuality mean, and so on, what the impact, so you see the whole content. Then you have a framework on cultural intelligence with tips how to apply it on the specific topic of the module. And and some tips also how to improve cultural intelligence in general in your teams at work. And then you have part 3 with a quiz. So you have always two or 3 questions, with a feedback on each question. And then the last part, then there is the challenges. So this idea is to apply your knowledge, something concrete. So, here, some concrete challenges. And then last part, it's going further with resources. Yeah. So more resources and, some resources to know more about the topic. Thank you very much, Xavier. So we wanted to show you first a little bit to make a little demo, so you understand to reach, this objective. It meant a lot of work for more than 40 people, as I said. So, and the first stage was to create the content. So the content, we created it, we tailored cultural intelligence to the specific needs of our target audience. And there was the panel of experts who was giving a feedback on the content, because the panel of experts were consultants from from different backgrounds, HR, SMEs, organization dealing with migrants, experts in intercultural management. So they gave some feedback to ensure the quality of the content. So I think we have somebody present. Is Jan present? Did he join us on the studio? Jan? Jan, I don't see him. So he says he's ready. Xavier, can you see Jan or not? He's not there. Okay. So maybe we check later. Okay, so maybe we check later. So the idea, he can also talk. So the panel of experts basically, ensure the whole quality of the project, for the content, for the scripts, for the modules. Let's check, if Jan can join us, but then we can move. So when we had the content, then, we had this, content tailored, with the 15 specific modules. Then we needed to, use the content and turn it into something concrete for our videos. So I leave the floor to Patrick to explain us this. You have no micro. Switch your micro on.
Sorry. Now, so that was when we came in with the script writer. So we had these 15 modules. Let's say they were not academic, but maybe a bit more theoretical. So they explain concepts. And one of the main qualities of a Miragamo is that we try to engage people. And the best way to engage people is up to date, is to work with videos. That is what attracts attention. So the objective was to transfer or translate these concepts, these theoretical concepts, into short videos, which would catch the attention of the audience. And not only are they videos, they are interactive videos, which is quite particular, where at some moments in the video, the audience can actually, or the viewer can actually change and answer a question, and the story will go one way or another. So there again, engaging. So where was the challenge there? Well, we had long discussions with Eva, with Valeria, with Natasha, as to know first, as it's an international, it's an intercultural project, which script writer will we use? A French one, a Belgian one, a Bulgarian one, a Spanish one? Well, it happened that it ended up being a Spanish one. And why? Because mainly because Acto Seguido, as I explained at the beginning, we work with professional actors and with professional script writers. That is one of our characteristics. And so we decided, okay, let's go for a Spanish script writer, with the idea that this guy has got a lot of experience in the business world. Plus, he had already taken part in a previous Miragamo that we had made 2 or 3 years ago. So he had the knowledge. And so we passed, the next stage was to pass on all these 15 modules, the theoretical part, and he had this challenge to transfer that into short videos. This process, I can't remember exactly, but I think it took like 2 or 3 months, if not more, because it's not only writing the script, it's to make sure that it sticks, that it helps the whole model. So there were a lot of back and forth, Valeria, a lot of back and forth between the script writer, the panel of experts, our own team, to make sure that it all fitted in. So that was basically his work. And once we had the scripts and that we were happy with the scripts, then it passed on to the next stage. I think maybe you can go on to the next stage, Natasha, unless someone wants to say something else about it.
Now, just to finalize, also you had constraints because you needed to have like only, you know, a core team of actors, only 3, 4, because they all had to travel then to Sofia. So we could not have 10 people, you know, so it was also really challenging and represent all this diversity, right?
Yeah.
So,
and the challenge is also, it had to support the theory, but it still had to, we tried to make it as fun as possible, as lively as possible, even though these themes, some themes are easy to illustrate with theatre or with videos, but some are a bit more theoretical. So the challenge was also there, try to make these videos attractive, whatever the sub theme was.
Great, so well done. So that was a huge challenge, and also the same people, you know, you had this team, they evolved in the different scenes, so that's really interesting. And then of course you know, was the next step, and I give the floor to our dream team of Bulgaria who took care of this. So maybe we can share, Xavier, the pictures about the shooting and montage. And yeah, we're also lucky to have some of our, you know, dream team of Bulgaria who coordinated the not only one shooting but 4 shootings.
Yes, we need to say that we had 4 shootings with 3 teams, actor teams in Bulgaria. We decided that the shooting and the post-production will be done in Bulgaria. So, as Natasha said, that means traveling a lot, really work with the dynamic timeline because we don't have much time. We need to shoot everything. So, yeah, and that said, I would like also to add that after the script was ready, it was really difficult and challenging to adapt the script in different languages. Why? Because it's not just about production. It just there are some details in the scripts that for Bulgarians are funny, but for French people are not funny. So in English, it's another thing. So we needed really to adapt the script and then to really explain what we mean with all the characters, what we want to show to the audience, and we pass to the organization of different castings in the different countries to find our best actors who can represent our characters, and it was really amazing choice. Our actors are amazing. I hope they had a really wonderful experience because in the shooting part, in the filming part, we really enjoy every step of it, despite, of course, all the challenges, all the different problems like parkings, logistics, and food and stuff. But everything was really amazing, and I think we also realized that we also had like different cultural differences, and we felt it on the shooting. We felt everything, all this cultural intelligence. We felt it in life, in our team, inside the project. So that was also amazing.
Yeah, I think we were actually filming, you know, with an international crew about the subject of how to work in international teams. So that made it even more interesting. I think we were particularly, be it consciously or unconsciously, aware of cultural differences, be it, you know, how people might express disagreement. Do you do it directly or in a more subtle way? Or the attitude towards time management. Are you flexible? Do you like a flexible deadline, or do you want a fixed deadline? And well, concerning the instructions. So in my particular case, I'm, as I said, from a British Belgian background, and I was working with a French team on a script written by a Spanish person with a technical crew that came from Bulgaria. So there you go. So as I said, international project with an international team talking about how to work in an international team. So that made it even more interesting. And the end result, I think, is pretty positive. And I think we all learned a lot about that while we were actually working.
Absolutely. So it's a project in the project. You have a cultural intelligence and, you know, project, and you just apply it concretely doing the project. So it's like very exciting. And that's great. And I'm also, you know, there were like 4 shootings, so like, you know, different teams. So it was a huge amount of work. And yeah, we have here, I'm 3 of the actors from the French Belgium team who, yeah, I'm very happy that they joined, and maybe they could share a little bit how they experienced the project and how they experienced the shooting. And yeah, so I don't know who would like to start. Ambre, maybe, ladies first.
Hi everyone, I miss you. Yes. Hi everyone. For me, I'm okay for the season 2. It was a very amazing experience, and you told everything. You explained it so well. It was inspiring. It was comment dire, riche d'expériences, full avec, voilà, je sais pas.
You learned a lot, yeah.
Yes, a lot, and I met some amazing people, and it was great.
Great. Ambre, do you have any special anecdote you keep in mind from, you know, from the trip to Sofia?
Yes, a lot. You want les coulisses?
Yeah, the backstage.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Of course.
Yeah, the backstage. The backstage when we were walking on the street at night, and we thought the night was over, and we heard a singer, a female singer, and in a typical restaurant, and we had our best time in that place. For me, it's the best memory because it was not pas prévu.
Yeah, expected. Not expected.
Unexpected, yes, it was unexpected for me, and it was fun, and also it was for me as an actress, it was a good exercise because we had to comment dire, on devait filmer ça très très vite.
We had to film very quickly.
Yes, we had to film very quickly, so we had to be on the best instantly. Je sais pas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my miserable English.
No, come on. It was very intense, right? Very intense time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of scenes to film. So yeah. Thank you, Ambre. So I don't know if what you would like to say more, Thomas, Laurent, and all. Laurent.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Do you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's yeah. Experience. During our journey in Sofia, we used to tell when we met somebody, a Bulgarian somebody, we used to say to them hello in Bulgarian, and the people were very surprised. Half French and half Bulgarian told us that in Bulgaria it's very rude to tell somebody hello when you don't know him. So we understood at last the cultural, one of the cultural difference between our way to communicate. Am I clear or not? Yes. And another that's with Thomas, we saw the actor, and for us it was him. But for the Spanish people, that's the type of Anglo-Saxon. It's not the same. It's not the same vision in French of an Anglo-Saxon. How to say it? Type of archetype. But that was another. I don't know if you remember. This. We were very surprised.
The cliché are different from a country to another, so it was surprising. We knew it, of course, but it's always surprising and fun. Yeah, and the shooting was both challenging and fun as well. And I learned a lot too, and it was really great.
Yes.
Thank you.
What's funny about that, Thomas, is that that's what Laurent was explaining. He was explaining that the actor, an Anglo-Saxon character, okay, but he is played by, in that case, Thomas, who is French-speaking, was playing this Anglo-Saxon character, but he had to put on an English accent. Yeah. So Thomas saw previously we had filmed that with the Spanish team, and what's even more funny, it just occurs to me now, this character, so this actor who is speaking Spanish with an English accent. But the thing is, that actor that we got on our team was the guy from Latvia. So, the Latvian actor speaking in Spanish with an English accent. So that's the controlled mess we had.
This is great, but just that also our public understands. So we have the same scripts, but then we have teams of actors from different countries, who play the same scenes in different languages with some cultural adaptation. So so it's very interesting to see these differences, and I know also Laurent had a very memorable. Okay, I come always back with my anecdote because there was the part with the jellyfish. So there's one scene with the jellyfish about the speciality, which is personally one of my highlights because we, Eva and Valeria had to do the jellyfish, but there are no jellyfish, in Bulgaria, so they find a way to create it. Backstage, so you have the impression that there is a jellyfish in a Chinese restaurant, so they had to create the decoration. So it's a lot of work there to create the atmosphere. So it was really a very nice experience, and it was really both very intense, but also a lot of pleasant experience with all the team of actors, because everything was so well prepared, so it was a really enjoyable experience. And
I can maybe add something to focus on the script and how important is who is writing the script, and also because my experience, a part of being behind the organization, was also as an actor, and I was participating in all the 3 versions, 4 actually. So I really could experience these nuances and differences in the script and how it is represented in the different. So indeed, because
at least I know very well. I don't know if the microphone closed.
Yeah, I'm close. Can you hear now?
Better.
Better.
Okay. So no, I just say that since I experienced the script during all the filming with all the teams, actually being in this kind of project, we have this obviously this constraint in budget, time, and scope of the project. So the ideal, I think, after this experience, write the script with different script writers in each language, but nevertheless, I'm very proud of all the teams because we managed to adapt it. We managed to face all the unexpected things that was happening before and during the filming. We managed to have this actors work and in the Bulgarian team we had so the person we adapted very well
Thank you very much, Eva, for sharing this kind of experience you had with all the different teams. Yes, Patrick, you are muted.
Yeah, sorry, I think someone's got the loudspeaker on, so it's giving us a feedback each time. I don't know if you could all turn off your microphones, your loudspeakers, please.
Okay, so we are very happy also here to welcome Jan, who is now connected, who was member of the panel of experts. And as I already mentioned before, the panel of experts was representing our target audience, and they provided feedback at the important stages of the project. So on the content of the modules, on the scripts, when the content was, transformed into scripts for each topic, then about the videos, and about the final product. And we are very happy that Jan joined us. So how did you experience this project? And more specifically, how did you experience your work as an expert in this project and for Miragamo? And please feel free to say whatever you want to share with us.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I feel grateful for joining the project. So thank you very much for inviting me in this Miragamo project. The work was very exciting to participate in with the team and to share the reviews with everybody. That was very nice. And also the Miragamo project comes, for me, is a concretization of a long time hope for an innovative tool that would bridge the cultural gaps between people. That's the reason why I'm committed into cultural intelligence and communication teaching. So the Miragamo project for me represents a very interesting tool, and I'm also very sensitive, I don't know, about the gamification method it uses, because it can engage much more in a playful way the people, and I believe this has a great potential of bridging people together.
Thank you so much, Jan. So thank you so much for sharing your experience. And indeed, gamification, you can make complex, concepts which are complex, more easy to understand. So it's a lot of work. Doesn't seem so, but it's a lot of work to make it more simple. But yeah. Thank you so much. So I think this event is coming slowly. Really grateful that we could, embark on this learning expedition together, and we see now almost finished, and I think we can be very proud about, our modules in so many languages and all the work it involved. And this is really a wonderful tool for, to share with many stakeholders. So maybe we can, Xavier, put the last slide, so we can share the link. The other one, the other presentation, exactly. So here you see, you get one link, which is the learning platform of the project. On this platform, you will find there is the course on cultural intelligence, and there is also a course on diversity inclusion. It's all has been co-financed by the EU. So it's there to be used to help you in your everyday work, to help you if you need to work or travel abroad, or if you have a multicultural team. So please share them, and I hope you will enjoy it. So anybody would like to add anything for the last word to conclude this?
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I want to just to add something that this experience affected me personally, because it changed my way to see things and people, and my tolerance for people. For example, for when someone is late, I ask him, "Where are you from?" And for me, it was very impacting. And also, what I wanted to say for my part was, first, I was very terrified by my with something, because Ashley, my culture, was supposed to wear a veil, je sais pas comment on dit ça.
Hijab, yeah.
Hijab, ouais. Simply hijab, and it's not my thing, hijab. So I have a friend, some friends who wears hijab, and I asked them, please help me, because I don't know how to wear it, and I don't want to be comment dire disrespectful. Yes, I don't want to be disrespectful. So explain to me how to wear it the proper way, and I didn't have the time, so Eva helped me a lot. Thank you so much. And for me, it was very comment dire, impactful.
Yes.
Impactful because the symbol of hijab, personally, because of people, for me it's very bad. And doing this, comment dire, this geste, this act, was not easy. Was really not easy for me. And thanks to you, and thanks to my, enfin, je sais pas comment expliquer. Bon, bref, anyway. So thank you for this.
Because perspectives, that's what somehow. Do you mean that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Thank you, Natasha.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was the objective. That is the objective of the Miragamos, isn't it? Summarized.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you to all of you. But if anybody would like to add a last word.
Just maybe last thing, it's really nice that you said that, Amber, because we do a lot of things, projects, and sometimes we have a doubt that maybe is there someone who can watch this? Is there any impact of this? But now we see that even we touch one person or two, this is more than enough, because we change your perspective. So for me, this is all the meanings that we need. So thank you to be open for that.
Yeah, it was nice.
Thank you so much for all your contribution, for being present. I know it's not, the easiest period of the year to be present. So thank you so much for your time and commitment and dedication to make this project a success. And now we have to communicate about it. So we count on you. Yeah, you are our multiplicators, and we hope that we will enable change, and we will enable to improve knowledge on cultural differences and reach our target audience in Europe and across the world. So why limit our influence to Europe? Let's go wild. Let's target the world. Yes, thank you so much. And this webinar will be available as replay, and we will also share it with the stakeholders and those who are interested. So, and I think that's it for me. So thank you very much. Have a good day, and let's the adventure of cultural intelligence continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.